Good evening, good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon, whatever. I don't know if it cut off when I said that. It's Juiceesaft with another opinion piece that nobody asked for. This one's about comedy because it's the only thing that I know. It's the only thing that I care about. I myself am a comedian. Oh, and by the way, a quick difference between a comic and a comedian. A comic is a stand-up comic. A comic is a comedian, but a comedian isn't a comic. A comic is somebody that goes out and actually goes to the circuit. I've technically become a comic, but I've only done it a few times, like very little, if at all, for comedy. Sorry, it's still a little sick for stand-up comedy. Well, a comedian is someone either online or whatever that just tries to make people laugh or responds by performance, by jokes, by anything. So slight difference. It doesn't really matter, but it'll help later down when I talk about comedians versus comics, because it's different scenes for different places and different jokes. Now, obviously, you're only going to see, for comics specifically, you're only going to see what's popularized. There's a lot of comics that you don't see. Just because they're not making big bank, getting Netflix specials, doesn't mean that there are not comics that differ, and that's the big problem. I'm going to go into the common. Okay, this is going to be a little bit racial because it goes over each. The first part of this is going to go over each race and common occurrences in that race, which I don't find funny. Jokes that they use, whether it's on the comedy circuit or as comedians on the internet. First one, white people. White people that use white people be like. Pretty much all their content, in order to be safe and non-offensive but still be able to be as racial as they want, is to, dog on white people themselves. Like, haha, white people love cheese, or haha, and that's perfectly fine. And it can be funny, but most times it's honestly played out and boring. Second one, black people. Black men specifically love to dress up as black women and act as ghetto as possible, and they still do that. And you'll see, I can't remember all their names. I can't remember, but they'll do that. The black men will have some kind of dress, and I think it comes from the fact that they grew up on movies and shows where Hollywood dressed up black men in costume, Medea, white chicks, things like that. It's black guy in a costume, black man in a that's funny. He's wearing a dress. So there's this TikToker that annoys the heck out of me because his content is directly written for children only and specifically, and because I don't think he means for it to be I think he thinks that it's funny for everybody when it's not. The whole joke is he has the guy that's constantly getting into trouble, and then he runs off or whatever, and his mom, who's dressed up in a bathrobe and a hat, bath hat, whatever, bathrobe, and then the not bath hat, Jesus Christ, thing, the cow chicken for some reason. You have to forgive me. Now you can see I definitely raised around white people, because I forgot the name of the freaking cap. It's a nightcap. Whatever. It keeps black women's hair safe from damage and whatnot in the night. Whatever. And it's him dressed up as both characters. Him as a character, and then him as, or somebody else dressed up as a woman, and then she yells and runs after him and says Zay or Tay or whatever, and then he says, "Oh no, I gotta hide," and then puts a lampshade on him, and that's the recurring joke. Every single video, it's that joke. Or it's going over about how his mom is going to beat him or something like that, and it's just contrived. It's the least funny and least intelligent, and people can like it. People can find that funny, and that's perfectly fine. But if he were to be talking to me and say that he is a good comedian or that he makes quality content, I would disagree. And a big problem that I have in the whole sphere of comedy is that people value connotate numbers and the amount of people that like your stuff versus what is and isn't actually funny. Depending on the audience, of course, there's going to be people that find your stuff funny and don't find your stuff funny. But when it comes down to what is arguably funny and what is arguably unfunny, I would assume that that is arguably unfunny to the top, to the entirety of it. Like if you were to do that joke for everybody, I feel like it's only funny to people who I'm gonna be honest, that have the mind of a child, that are dumb. not to sound elitist or anything, but it's just the same punchline every single video. It's just not funny. And repeating the same. Now in comedy they say repetition can make a joke funnier, but there's also the rule of three. And if you keep going back to a joke, back to a joke, back to a joke, back to a joke, well, the rule of three is something different, but whatever. You always list three things: normal, funny, or funny, even funnier. You know what I mean? As items. Anyway, this guy just, I don't know. I hate him. I think he's unfunny, and that's so funny that. Oh, anyway, Asian comics and Asian comedians. Now, comics on the top tier do this, and it's mainly comics that are, what is it? Is the correct term second or third generation? Basically, Asian Americans that were born in America, raised around Americans, and have very little to do with their home country. They think it's funny, and usually based in LA. They think it's funny to make Asian-centric jokes that are all about having a tiny penis, or hinting at that, like, it's average size, which is huge in my country. Your country's America, okay? Anyway, you were born here. How they can't drive, or how they're good at math, or they give their parents or some Asian character an ungodly accent. And that's it. That's their entire set. That's what they always go back to. It's just repeating. Hey, you guys know I'm Asian, right? You guys know that my parents are from Japan. My parents are from China. My parents are from here. You guys remember that I'm Asian, right? You guys remember that, right? You guys remember that. The same thing goes for Indians, which is also a subset of Asia itself, the entire area. Who will do that? Indian Americans. Same thing. They'll make either 7-Eleven jokes or something along that line, and I think it's just because I see it on TikTok a lot. There's at least 3 or 4 different Asian TikTokers that I see on my For You that do just that. That is, one guy specifically is just talking about his dad, who his dad, to his credit, does have somewhat of an accent, but he does go further beyond his accent, from what I can tell. When I actually see his father in the videos, his accent is barely noticeable, but obviously he's doing it for comedic effect. He's strengthening the accent, so he might sound like, "Oh, how are you doing?" The guy goes up and gives him a nasally voice, like, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? That's low tier comedy, unfunny. It's just so easy to make. And you'll notice that it all has a common theme: self-hatred. All of these things I have a problem with are with races making easy to make race-based humor. The same thing goes for like comedians like Russell Peters, or not to single him out, but just any comedian that thinks accents are funny in general, or race-based humor. You can make, and let me make this clear, it can be funny. You can make a joke that is funny if it's race-based. However, if you make your entire set that, or you don't offer anything else, it just becomes repetitive. It becomes unfunny. And I've heard every single type of Asian joke. I've heard every single type of ghetto black girl joke. It's just not funny. Whenever I see a black guy who wants to be famous so freaking bad, he's claiming for clout, or some white guy that's like, I don't ever use the N-word. You can tell that by my content, right? I hate white people, am I right? Me and my nickels always, pal around, and they let me. I mean, they don't let me say. I don't say it. I don't. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's just like they're really trying just to get the easiest jokes out, and that's the problem with the internet, is that everything's a stage now. Everybody wants to be funny. Everybody thinks they can be funny, but then they don't try and put effort into it, and they don't do anything different. They just do the same easy-made jokes, and that's why memes are so easy. And I get it. With followers comes power. You can go from nobody to somebody and have some kind of pull or anything like that. But I feel like there are people that deserve it and get famous, and people who don't deserve it still getting famous, and then they beg for relevancy, and they continue doing it. Logan Paul, Jake Paul, the Paul brothers, same thing. They constantly go out of relevancy, and then they do something to stay back in there, to get controversial. Cody Ko, all that stuff. It always happens. His problem calling Cody Ko a bully when Cody Ko was becoming more relevant, or something like that, at least in the mainstream, because I didn't know who Cody Ko was until TikTok pointed him out. So I call it the Logan effect, or sorry, not the Logan effect, the Paul brothers effect, or the Jake Paul effect, or whatever. It's when people who don't deserve fame get famous, and then have no idea how to stay relevant. It's the same thing as YouTubers that do prank videos, and only prank videos where they or clickbait titles where they have their hand over their mouth. If you see a YouTuber they don't deserve fame. If that's all they do. If that's all they do, and they don't deliver on that, they just make some clickbait title. I mean, I'm subscribed to a guy, Captain Sparkles. We all know Captain Sparkles, and he does that sometimes. But it's at least with Minecraft, it's just Minecraft. I don't really care, But there's so many that are like, and I get that that's the sphere. None of my videos have thumbnails. I could easily upload something. I could whip up something in an image editing app, or ask somebody to help me. But I'm lazy, and I don't. And my titles are whatever I feel like. YouTube videos are the only things I tag with anything. Yeah. Anyway, I just they just try. And again, I'm not saying that I am the end all be all. These are opinions from someone who just likes comedy. That's it. Not as somebody that thinks that they're the funniest person on the planet. I say that a lot of my jokes end up being sexual, and that it's laziness. And I would prefer to, branch out away from sexual-based humor, to grow my legs into other areas and things like that. And some of my more popular jokes don't have anything to do with sex, and I like that. But other times I'll have a joke that's like a blowjob joke or something like that, and I think, I could have done better. I could have easily done better, because it's not like I'm immune to criticism. It's not like I'm thinking I'm funnier than these people, but I do think that they are unfunny people. I think going for the lowest hanging fruit is just like, it's okay at times, but if your entire persona is based around that, unironically, dude, weak. These are the kind of people that get mad that people don't like certain jokes because it's all they can make. Here's something. Not everybody's funny. Really, honest to God, not everybody's funny. Nah, it's a skill. Not everybody's funny. Everybody wants to be funny. They think they're funny, but just like any other form of art, because joke telling isn't art. The ability to tell what is and isn't funny to some people, and the ability to garner laughs out of people, it is a skill. There are people way funnier than me, way, way, way funnier, that always put out amazing videos. Every single time I see them, they're funny. They're edited funny. And the creativity on them is amazing. And I even think, oh man, I'm not as funny as that. I still think, no, you know what? There's room to grow. But everybody thinks they can be. And that's why on Twitter and TikTok and everything, people steal, because they can't accept mediocrity. Why does everybody want to be special? Why can't you just exist as nothing? As okay. I will never be great at school, ever. I sucked at it. I'd never want to, and I'm lazy, and I know that. I'm the worst role model for academics. I hate sitting down. I hated doing it. I would purposely not do work. Other times, I would try to sit down and finish a report or write it, and I just couldn't. I couldn't put myself to do it. I just would at the point, if I removed all distractions, I just sit there at the keyboard staring at the screen and like zoning out for miles. And I know it's my ADHD, but whatever. Anyway, so I know that I'm not smart. I know that I'm not intelligent. I know that I'm not dumb, but I do. Well, you know what? I'd say that, yeah, I'm probably dumb. I'm probably really dumb. And, that's fine. That's fine if I am. I don't want to be better than other people. I just want to be genuine to myself. And I accept the mediocrity. I accept my problems. I accept that, I'm not a track star. I'm not amazingly athletic to the fullest degree. I'll never ever really understand electronics the way I want to, like coding, and I'm not a great artist, and I can't be those things because they take so much effort, and I'm just not as interested in them. Like art, I am interested in, but when it comes to like machines and everything, and computers and everything, it's just I'm not as interested in the payoff as I like as or the hard work as I am at the payoff. I'm not willing to sit down and do that, and I'm okay with admitting my mediocrity. The problem is the comedy is so easy because you can just say something and stuff that you don't even mean to be funny can be funny. But there's a big problem with weakness. Not everybody's funny. In fact, if you only find offensive humor funny and you only make offensive jokes, you're unfunny. Same way if you make race-based jokes only, you're not funny. The same way that if you only make a certain type of joke over and over, you're not funny. The same way I think that my sexual humor is not funny. When I constantly do it over and over, I think that's repetitive and it should be stopped, and I should do something different. It's fine to sprinkle them in. I personally do find offensive jokes like really fun to do in private for shock value when you know you're around people that know that you're not serious and you're just having fun talking to each other. I don't want that to be public. I don't want that to be a shared experience. I don't want to make all types of offensive jokes in front of everybody. You know, you got to be tasteful. You got to make sure that you garner to the audience you're in front of. And that includes the internet. The internet's this one big audience, and people can't get that. They're getting booed off this large-scale stage, and they, instead of accepting, I'm not updating my own material to meet the audience. Like if I go into a full-blown Trump territory and make a Trump joke, and I get booed off stage, I can't sit there and go, why'd that happen? You know why it happened. That same way if I went in front of white supremacists and said, white people suck, am I right? They would get mad. You know, you fit the audience you're in front of. And people don't get that because they're not smart or they're lacking some kind of social development skill. They're just unable to see, oh man, I'm not fit for this. Some people can only make a certain type of joke and that's it. And that's all they can do, and they think they're funny. They sit there and they get pissed off or mad at other people for not thinking that humor is so personal. And when someone doesn't find me funny, I do get upset myself because they're rude with it. I get more mad if they're like, if somebody was, and there's no real unrude way to say that wasn't funny or I didn't find this funny. You always take personal offense to it because it's always so that, and I've been trying to hold back unless I try to find a joke that I can make for that. But I know that not everybody's going to find my stuff funny. All the time there's going to be somebody that's going to see my thing and go, meh. You know? The point is to try to keep the majority of people and update my stuff. There's so many people in my comments. Every time that I don't post jokes or skits and I just post whatever I feel like and then go back to posting the skit, somebody will say, your account's dying, man. Because they don't like the joke. And even if I posted 3 jokes that did successful out the AA, you know, more than they, you know, make, like you go on their account, they have like 100 likes. And again, that doesn't mean anything. Numbers don't mean anything, but they'll they'll see a joke that they don't like and they'll see that it has no likes because it's fresh and it's new, and they go, your account's dying. It sucks. Why is your account dying? And I think that ties into people thinking big number means funny. So they become biased. You're more likely to find something funny if everybody else is laughing. I always thought about that. If everybody's untense in an audience, they're more willing to laugh. And if somebody is laughing around you, you will laugh as well. It increases your chances of laughing. I remember every time that I was in school and somebody would tell a joke and everybody would laugh, or like somebody would start laughing, it would make me want to laugh. They would laugh and then they would cue me and I'd go, like I get it. Not because I was trying to match with that guy, but because it's a personal thing. It's a way that we bond. We've evolved with it, you know? So that's what it comes down to is like, so they'll see that it doesn't have the numbers that they think they like, or numbers that match theirs. Another thing, I've noticed that of your fans on TikTok, of your followers on TikTok, on any website, there are people who only happen to follow you, and that's it. They're not fans of you, and that's you have to accept that. That even if you have 1 million, I'd say about half of that actually is like yeah, or even less. You know what I mean? Because I'll see people with 1 million on this app, but then every other app and every other platform, they've got nobody. You know, it's weird. It's just weird. And the same thing for me. I have 244,000, and all my stuff's in my bio. If you were clicking follow, if you're at least clicking from the front, which is the bad part, is that it doesn't take my account when you hit follow. So they might just not know. And then you also have, I don't know. There's a number of things. I just started venting about that. Like, I would consider the people that have subscribed to me on here and are in my Discord, those are like the actual people that are fans of me, to a degree. Like those, especially the people on Patreon. Thank you, everybody that's supporting me on Patreon. 17 of you currently. There was a lot more, but I completely understand when you got it. Like, money is money, and it is. Man. Anyway. And once I actually start making ad revenue from, if I do make ad revenue from YouTube, making videos and things like that, I gladly will stop trying to push for other things and other avenues. I'm just trying to follow with this passion of mine, and I want to get to creating a community around myself that people can feel included in, and create higher quality videos, something that, so there's a return value for the investment that people are giving me. Excuse me. I mean, honestly, the patrons helped me pay my rent. I mean, I got sent $60. That's it, but it was enough to ensure that I had enough money to pay my rent. That's the funny thing. That's the wildest thing. Put me right there, right where I needed to be. It's because I switched over from working in front of house where I was getting cash tips to working back of house, and because I started pretty late in the pay cycle, all my pay it's like on the third week practically. Well, technically it's for a third week for everybody because it's on a Friday that we get paid. So by the time that you actually get paid, you're working your third week. No, I'm working my third week. Yeah, because it says every 2 weeks on Friday. Well, shoot, so I'll get paid. My work schedule's coming up now, so I worked last week from 4 to 7, Thursday to Sunday, 4 to 7. Like from 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this Thursday I'm working 11 through 14, and I'll get paid on the 19th. So those are my 2 weeks, and then I get paid. And I might just be dumb because I haven't worked hourly in a while. I used to work retail and food service, like stocking and everything. So early in the morning, 3 jobs at one point. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm a little sick and a little deliriated. Nothing is going right for me. You know what I mean? Like, hold on. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? I can't convince people close to me that I'm succeeding. That I'm being smarter than I used to be. I can't do that. My phone is cracked, and it does not work here. On this side, it doesn't. And look at that. Look at this. This is the freaking accessibility button that worked for me, and it was perfect. It was right there. It was right in the middle, right where the touchable part was. And then it slid up, and it used to be right here, and now it's even further up to just taunt me. So I got it enough. I got the accessibility to work so I could actually sign into my phone because I had to re-download the phone because that's how broken this thing was. So I lost everything on this phone. I lost all my videos on TikTok, all my drafts, Oh my god, there was a good one that I lost. It's just gone. It's just gone. Gone forever. Wow, dang. That sucks. But, oh well. Life goes on. You can't really stop it. It does not work. Down here, it works here. It doesn't work there. Crack to crack. This is my umpteenth vape. Stick prints. Doesn't work. Normally you could slap the bottom as a way to get it to start, but I think the battery's just dead. I don't know how to open it and replace it. This was my Tesla Y. Because I had to break it open because the screw in there became weak and the wire cut off. And I could have probably just... And I couldn't even open it. Like, I had to break it open because the screws were so... And I had tiny screwdrivers. I had the tiniest possible screwdriver, but I couldn't find anything that fit the freaking head. So I had to bust it open just to get this tank out, because nobody else makes a tank like that. Not usually. There's supposed to be glass in there. That's plastic. And thin, by the way, in the middle, which is kind of stupid. But whatever. So it's not as thick as that is. But it was shatterproof. You could drop that thing as many times as you want. Never worry about it breaking. The glass, at least. I obviously broke the screw. I then also indeed have this, which this one still works, but I need glass for it, and I don't have that. And, you know, it doesn't let you replace it. And I could just easily go get glass, but it's like, it's just one thing after another, man. What's another one? Oh, this one, I got water on it because of my job, by accident. Or rather, I didn't get water on it. Somebody started spraying stuff. I put it on the ground and I forgot it. And they started, like, water treating the ground on the brick wall and everything and spraying everything down. And it got water in it. So now this button right here doesn't work. So if I put batteries in this, it treats this as it's always being pushed down. Here, I'll just show you. So this is without me holding the button. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I know how to do this. I'm not stupid, okay? Alright. Alright, that's with me out, hold the button. Take the battery out, hold the button. Lies up, Snow Wolf. Alright. But, oh yeah, that's only for 10. Okay, hold on. I'll show you. Alright, looks up, and then it goes down. It's always at 40, but then because the second I let go, it treats it like it's not being it's being held down. So that's great. Oh, here's the broken Tesla Y. Now, I'll be honest with you, I could probably just get that fixed. I could probably honestly put it back together, or rig it up in some way that the thing works. I don't know, maybe not, because it looks pretty fucking busted. No, actually, yeah, wait, I think maybe. Yeah. No, I can't get it to freaking stay put. Anyway, I have so many of those, and it's just because they all, and that's just vapes in general designs. It's a planned obsolescence, again, so I can, I just don't know why. I'm more willing to spend money on things that work versus things that don't, and it's just stupid. It's just really dumb, and I hate it. But they do this constantly. They always do this. Oh, and that phone's broken. This phone doesn't turn on. It's the screen's broken, or just the battery's just broken, and I don't remember what I did. My life is filled with misfortune. Everywhere I go, I promise you, I'm just going to continuously fill it. So even if this works out, if things go well with this, there's going to be something that tries to stop me. And most of it's my fault. It's just, come on, I can't ever ignore the beer behind me. Well, I don't think you could tell that it was. No, you could, but whatever. Oh, it looks pretty. Oh, gold. Anyway, ignore it. I said. I'm just looking for more stuff. I have you know how many broken pieces of technology I have? They're broken without my permission. You know what I mean? Without me seeing it break. Meaning it's just been tucked away, and I pull it out, and it's broken for some reason. Why? What else? I'm gonna. My TV back there. There's a black TV. That thing right there. Yeah, the volume button on it's broken. So it only goes up. So it's stuck, and I cannot find the remote. I don't know where the remote went. And the remote's broken too, but it only goes up. This thing, it's missing this piece right here that turns the fan on. So the light works. You can turn the light on. That's great. But this thing, and it's tiny. Why is it so tiny? It's missing this part. No spinning for it. And this spins on its own. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Anyway. What else? I just want to show you more and more. This watch, I can wind it forever. Doesn't work. Doesn't tick. Nothing. And all this stuff can be fixed, I think. Not everything, but some of it definitely can. Other shit, it's missing like some of my headphones, my other earlier headphones had pieces of the actual this piece fall off. These are removable, thank goodness. So you can just take. It's honestly just like a headband and things. But I'm missing the speaker, the microphone for it. That plugs into that part right there. And these are all backwards. Not supposed to be on the left side, so you're supposed to wear it like this. But I'm missing the freaking mic for it. But even then, the mic didn't stay in. So even when I did have it, it sooner or later broke that way that it would fall out. Want some more stuff? My kid's mom got me this one, and I was using this one specifically because she got me it. Stopped working. Why? No idea. Just broke. There's a screw somewhere. Oh no, never mind. Huh, it's gone. There was a screw that was loose in there that's gone. Thing still works, so thank goodness. It was probably just a piece. It was honestly probably just a piece of plastic or something that broke off. One more to prove that I am unlucky, that I was cursed at birth. Oh, for instance, the fact that I've been homeless my entire life, practically. Back in and out of homes, homeless shelters. Every home I've had has just been met with misfortune. This broke. This is a cleaning bacteria for my fish tank that I got from a friend, the whole fish tank, because they didn't want it for the new place, whatever, I don't know. But I took it, and we filled it up here, and I have been taking care of these fish. I've been trying to clean the water. I think I need to just completely dump the water and keep the fish safe, and then just make a new water, because it's filthy. Anyway, so this is the cap right here. Broke off. Now, you think, oh, that's because you didn't take off the plastic piece right here. I go, fair enough. You might be right. But I barely, I just twisted it. Boom. Now it came off. Now it came off properly. That's what should have happened. But no. Hole popped up. The top popped off. Now that's just Walmart for you. But so I don't even know why I have the cap on there at all. I should just fold it up and be done with it, because there's no point. Oh, it leaks. That's not good. Okay, never mind. Don't do that. Doesn't matter if I keep the cap on it though or not. The fact that there was a rat that liked my room specifically. Yeah, one rat. One. Not a family of rats running around. One rat that loved my room to completely killed the bastard. But I didn't see that I killed him. Just put a rat trap back there in the closet because he liked to hang out there. He took the bait, but he squeezed out of the rat trap. So I saw that he bit through the food, and I thought, whatever. I'll find him later. Oh yeah, he's dead somewhere. Go find him. Clean out my closet. What do I find? That dead rat 2 goddamn feet away. I found where they were. Luckily, flies didn't make their home in there. No, instead, they made their home, in one single leftover food box that I had in my room that I did not have for long. It was on the floor for maybe a day. Just a day. I come back, it's riddled with maggots. Riddled! I thought it was rice. I was looking at it, I was like, when did I get rice? And I look closer, and I see it's fucking moving. God laughed when he created me, and that laughter sent ripple effects that have been making my life a living joke. Every step of the way, every chance, everything I am misfortunate. And I'm still happy as much as I can be. I'm more fortunate than others. But it's like I'm clumsy, my head doesn't work. I don't feel that much for people sometimes. Like, that's great. What else? Oh, this one broke too. And won't turn on. I don't know why. Wait, no, never mind. Wait, maybe it was the batteries that were the problem. Maybe. Oh, God. Damn it! Of course. Oh, yeah, cool. Now there's a freaking hole in this thing, so now there's going to be danger. Whatever. We're going to try it anyway. What is going on? What the heck? Okay, plus, and then minus, right? Yeah, there you go. Can't even get it to turn on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are fully charged batteries because they're literally the batteries that were just in that thing. So it's making me wonder what the hell is going on. Nope, that popped him out. The problem is, obviously, that it just... misfortune. Every avenue. No matter what. What's more? My license getting suspended because they said I didn't have to pay a fine. And then it turned out I had to pay a fine. So I had to pay $145 to get reinstated. What else? Oh, sorry. The fact that I have no carpet. The room's messy, so give me a break, okay? But check over there. There's no carpet. I don't have carpet. I had to buy a carpet. I have no carpet. Someone's mentioned me in the video. In fact, my phone broke. My sound, my microphone doesn't work, too. And the mic in this sounds like dog shit. Sorry, what do you want? Do you want something? Can I help you? I'm trying to write something. Is that a problem? Is that a problem? Can I write? Jesus. All right. Sorry, it was someone who was thanking me for being nice, being an ally to transgender people. Like, that's not a flex at all, too. Like, how allies will always be like, I'm loved by the community. I have an ongoing joke that the lesbians have chosen me and giving me that. There's a funny duet that I love. It's of a lesbian handing me a sword. Like she duet in my video and is literally handing me a sword that says honorary lesbian on it, like taped onto it, and she's just like, and I think that's funny. And I'd like to keep that joke going because it just makes me funny. And that doesn't mean that I'm trying to hit on lesbians either. That just means that honorary, I sit outside the club, the gay bar, and keep people who want to treat it like a zoo out. Like people who want to gawk at lesbians or gay men, because I'm also there too. You know what I mean? Like, just, I swing it at people. I start. That'd be great if that broke. Also, isn't that cute? They're a little light bulb. It's a little light bulb to show you that's for the light. And the other one's a fan, obviously, but that's cool. It'd be cool if it could light up. That'd be amazing. Especially at night. This thing glow in the dark. I should get glow in the dark paint. Like clear glow in the dark paint and then put it over it. Oh, that'd be amazing. Anyway. Gotta get that watch time. So, sorry I just kind of started complaining at the end of that. I'm not even done complaining. Why did I buy this? Oh wait, I remember why I bought it. I bought a mirror so I could actually shave my face in my room if need be, because I was using my phone to do it. Because I'm uncomfortable with leaving my hair, because I share the bathroom with my landlord's kid, roommate's kid. So I don't want to leave hair everywhere. It's just not nice. It's just rude. I clean up after myself as best I can. So I prefer it to be in here where I can vacuum it up later, versus in the bathroom where it might clog the sink, even though it's already clogged. Yeah. It's just like, it's like a constant juggling act of bad things that always happen to me. A rat. Freaking rat. Flies. It was like one fly bothering me. Clean your room. I did. Oh, I got rid of all the food in here. I vacuumed the floor. Did everything. Oh, another thing. I accidentally kicked. Okay, hold on. It's somewhere around here. So I accidentally kicked this when it was on the hot plate that I have in here for the candle. It heats it up very slowly, but then it gives your room a constant nice smell. So I kicked all the warm wax that was liquid onto my floor and carpet. So now every time I step on it, I can smell it. Not when I'm not stepping on it, no, but when I can feel it on my bare feet, for some reason, the smell kicks into my nose. Maybe I've got sensory glands in my feet that help me smell things. Are we all just missing out on something important? Like our hands help us? Like, who knows? Maybe there are sensory organs on the feet that like help with sensations. Like how your nose helps with taste. Or your eyes make something look tasty and then taste better because it looks tasty. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, that's it. I'll just end the video here. If I lost you during the beginning by saying race-based stuff, I just don't like self-hatred and race. It's just not funny overall. You know what I mean? It's not even funny when other people do it either. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, it can be funny. Like I said, it can be funny for anything. But it's just so... Anyway, y'all have a good day.